Let's go ahead and talk about our X Japan reaction that we had. We'll start with Wave.
Ooh.
Go Wave. What did you think? And
Dude,
you can catch these
Yoshiki's
all on Patreon right now. All of our reactions are up there. Just lay down. Go ahead, Wave.
Yoshiki is a monster on the drums.
Yeah.
So much energy. Like, that's all I could really pay attention to. Because for some reason, I don't know if it was the video I watched, but the guitar was almost non-existent in the mix.
Yeah.
So all I could really hear was the drums and the vocals and stuff.
But it
But
seemed very drum focused, like for an arena. Sorry, I took your fucking spotlight. But
No, go ahead.
An arena show that big, and it was very drum focused, which is just kind of odd. I mean, I liked it because it seemed for that song that was like kind of the best part of it.
yeah,
Because the guitar had a solo, but it wasn't that long, and it was kind of buried anyway.
yeah, I couldn't really hear the solo.
Yeah,
Did you guys watch the performance from the last live?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Interesting. I didn't have any of these issues.
I didn't either.
It's so weird.
I didn't either. That's why. Oh, but anyways, keep talking, Wave. What else? What were the things? Because there's something very notable about the drums, other than the drums being awesome, that I was pretty impressed with. I'm curious if you noticed it. Didn't he have like a cast on?
You'll
his
have to
neck?
watch my reaction
Just gonna tell him.
because
Yeah,
I can't remember. I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't he
He's
have
the-
his?
I think
Didn't he
about
have his
the neck
cast
brace.
on his neck? He was.
Yeah, he's got a
had
neck brace.
He has a neck brace the whole time.
I think he does
Yeah.
that so he doesn't get injured.
Actually, that's true, Ryan.
I didn't even notice that.
Are you sure? Because he wasn't turning his head. He was like,
No, he hurt himself years before that. So he like always wears a neck brace so that he doesn't hurt it again.
okay.
That is one thing I noticed.
Crazy.
You didn't notice the neck.
I didn't notice the neck brace, but I did notice that his posture is
It's odd.
not
isn't it?
sustainable.
Yeah.
Like he really leans forward into the drums like Buddy Rich style, you know?
I mentioned that in my reaction. Like, does his posture seem weird? Because the drums were like low and he was just hunched over. So I don't know. But
He
it's
ruptured
he's a
two
beast, dude.
vertebrae, according to Simno. But what did you think, Ryan?
Let's see. It's stuff music wise. What am I trying to say? Hair metal stuff of the 80s or whatever, that kind of stuff. For that, like I'd like to watch some more of them because I don't know if that was just kind of that's the usual thing, or if there's other stuff where there's big guitar solos or whatever. For that song, I really like the drums, and that was kind of the only thing I liked about it. But I mean, it's a good huge rock song. You can't deny the crowd and the impact of it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was bad, but it's just not my thing. But for the entertainment value, hell yeah, dude. And then seeing him just tear it up, because I think in that show, Champ, was that one. That wasn't the New Year's show, was it? That was something else, because they did a show on some New Year's Eve.
This
that
was their
fucking
final concert before the guitarist died. I'm not sure
Oh,
what
wow.
day it
Oh.
was.
The guitarist died?
Yeah.
The guy with the pink hair.
Oh.
Yeah, he died like right pretty soon after this show that we watched, I believe. He's been gone for quite a while.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's really
didn't know
nasty
that.
though. He's a legend in himself. So
Yeah.
for sure. What about you,
So,
Ryan?
they're huge, so I want to see more like of what they do.
Gotcha. What about you, Champ? I meant to say Champ. I accidentally said Ryan.
it's all good. I thought so. It's funny because all of our reactions are apparently going to focus on the drums because I really liked the drummer too. I thought that he stole the show on this performance. I thought it was cool that they had like that breakdown in the middle where they kind of had the sort of orchestral sound that I think it was like a pre-recorded orchestral sound that they went into right before the drums went into that sort of like little drum solo before the guitar solo. I like the bridge a lot is basically what I'm saying. I thought the bridge was the best part of the song. The rest of it was kind of like it was a little bit like Ryan was saying. It's like 80s rock sound, kind of reminded me of like a Motley Crue style guitar work, stuff like that. But it was cool. Yeah, it was a cool live rock song. Got a little bit of like Guns N' Roses in there, a little bit of Motley Crue in there, but overall, I was a big fan of the drums. Again, it was just he really stole the show.
I didn't see when that video was made.
I think it's like 99. I think it's like right around the
99?
turn of the century.
I thought it was older.
I looked it up. It was like 2005, I think.
Oh,
No, 2001.
Yeah, that sounds right. It was right around the turn of the century.
Wow.
What about you, Alan?
I thought it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. But it's funny though because they did the typical like key of that era. Like that was like I can't remember what key it was in, but it was like your typical G minor, A minor that they all played in the 80s. They all did that blues style, so it kind of reminded me of that. But for what it was, you can tell like that was top of their game for that time period. You know, so. For me, just because, the era that we're in, we've heard so much craziness. So going back to something that takes you back to that, you're just like, this is good. But like, it's just crazy to see how music's evolved since then. Thinking it from that perspective. So it's pretty good, but it wasn't my favorite for sure. It wasn't like when I heard Endless Rain, I really liked that song. That was really good. So it was okay. It was okay. I mean, the drums were good. I see the whole time I was thinking he had like a broken neck. So I was like, wow, this is fucking crazy that he's playing like that with a fucking brace on. I was my whole time I was like, I was impressed with the drummer because I was like, Jesus, how is he pulling that off? So
I guess it was filmed in 97, Matt Knowles said.
Oh, okay.
It was
That
just
makes sense because
released in 2001.
that makes sense because I was wondering because when you guys said it was 2000, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was in the 90s because it was like I think the song was written in the late 80s, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I can't remember what I said in a reaction. So I feel
it was. It's an 80s song. It's a song that was written in the 80s, and this was performed in 97 and then released in 2001, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I think if we went back and looked at the bands we knew from the same kind of era, we'd probably have kind of the same reaction to
100%
to how it was. Like then, hell yeah, this is amazing. And now after the stuff we've been listening to, like Alan was saying, we've been listening to shit that's so much crazier that you listen to like a huge Poison song or Bon Jovi and you're just kind of like, really? Like there's not, it's just at the time, at the time it was a huge undeniable hit.
Yeah. It
and
was.
then the stuff we've been listening to is so fucking crazy that we hear something like that. It's like, this is really slow, or there's just not a lot going on. So I try and keep that in mind when I listen to a band that I know is huge, and people are huge fans of, but it's just a different time, man. Totally different.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more with that sentiment. And also I think it's just like this, of the songs I've heard from this just wasn't one of their best. I've only heard 3, but I would put this 3 out of 3. This was not, I think they can do better. I think they have done better.
Yeah. But
it seemed like it was like a focus on the drummer.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
no matter what, you could always look at him and go, that was nasty, because that's what I was thinking the whole time. I rewinded that transition from the bridge part into the guitar solo with the drums like 3 or 4 times. I thought that was my favorite part of the song.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
Well, while
He's really smart.
For more insanity like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to Gaijin Guys and turn on all notifications so you know when we're going live on Sundays to record the podcast. You can also find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like more exclusive content and reactions to Japanese music, come support us on Patreon. We'll see you there.